Welcome to your next travel. Is Japan still cheap to travel?
In 2026.
Tourism has exploded. Exchange rates have shifted. Hotels are filling months in advance, and global inflation hasn't exactly disappeared. So here's the real question. Is Japan still cheap in 2026? Or was that just a temporary golden window? In this video, we're breaking it down properly. Flights and when to book. Accommodation, from capsule to luxury. Food costs and how to eat like royalty for cheap. Transportation and whether the junior pass is still worth it. Tourist attractions and hidden spending traps. And finally, the real daily budget you need in 2026. Let's get into it. Part 1. The economic context in 2026. Before we talk prices, we need context. In 2026, the Japanese yen has partially strengthened compared to its lowest point in 2023. Japan welcomed record-breaking tourism numbers in 2025. Certain cities like Kyoto and Tokyo have introduced measures to control overcrowding. Some local taxes and accommodation fees have slightly increased. However, and this is important, Japan never became expensive overnight. Even with exchange rate adjustments, Japan's domestic pricing culture remains extremely competitive. Why? Because Japan values efficiency, standardization, and stable pricing. Unlike some Western cities, where inflation dramatically pushed up daily expenses, Japan's price increases have been more gradual. So, while it may not feel like a discount country anymore, it is still extremely competitive for what you get. Part 2. Flights. The biggest variable. Flights are often the most unpredictable cost. In 2026, from Europe, $700, $1,100 round trip. From US West Coast, $600, $1,000. From US East Coast, $900 sen. Sambyaku. Peak seasons, March-April cherry blossoms, and November foliage can push flights $300, $500 higher. Summer is hot and humid, which means slightly lower demand and sometimes better prices. Now, here's the key. Japan itself isn't expensive, but if you overpay for flights, the whole trip feels expensive. Pro tip for 2026. Book 3 to 6 months in advance. Consider flying into Osaka instead of Tokyo. Look for open-jaw tickets, Tokyo. In Osaka, flights are not cheap, but compared to Australia, Maldives, or even some parts of Europe, Japan remains competitively priced long haul. Part 3. Accommodation. Where Japan still wins, this is where Japan surprises people. Even in Tokyo. Let's break it down clearly. Budget tier. Capsule hotels. $20, $40. Hostels, $25, $50. And these aren't sketchy hostels. Japan's cleanliness standards are extremely high. Mid-range tier, business hotels Appa, Toyoko Inn, Super Hotel, $60, $110. 3-star hotels, $90, $160. Rooms are smaller than Western standards, but ultra-efficient luxury tier. 4 to 5-star hotels in Tokyo, $250, $500, which, compared to London or New York, where similar quality easily hits $700 plus, is strong value. Now the warning. Kyoto has become noticeably more expensive. Over-tourism is pushed. Ryokan stays to $200, $400 per night. Boutique hotels to higher demand pricing. But here's the trick in 2026. Stay slightly outside city centers. Japan's train system makes 20-minute commutes painless. Accommodation remains one of Japan's strongest advantages. PART. 4. Food. The underrated budget advantage. Let's talk food, because this is where Japan truly dominates. In 2026, ramen 60, donburi bowls $5, $9, sushi lunch sets $10, $18, conveyor belt sushi $1, $2 per plate, convenience store meals $4, $8. And convenience store food in Japan is better than fast casual restaurants in many countries. You can eat incredibly well without ever stepping into a high-end restaurant. Even Michelin star ramen spots can cost under $15. There is no tipping culture. There are no hidden service fees. That consistency makes daily budgeting easy. In most Western countries in 2026, lunch alone can cost $18, $25. In Japan, that's a full day's worth of casual meals. Food is still a massive win. Part 5. Transportation. The reality after the Junior Pass increase. Now we address the elephant in the room. The Junior Pass increased significantly in price. In 2026, 7-day pass, around $350, $400. Is it still worth it? It depends. If you're doing Tokyo, Kyoto, Hiroshima, back to Tokyo. Yes, probably. If you're staying mostly in Tokyo and doing one-day trip, no. Individual Shinkansen tickets are often better. Within cities, subway rides cost $1.50, $3. Day passes are affordable. I see cards like Suica make everything seamless. Japan's transport system is extremely punctual, clean, safe, efficient. It's not dirt cheap, but the value per quality is outstanding. Part 6. Attractions. Surprisingly affordable. Here's something most people don't realize. Many of Japan's most iconic experiences are free. Fushimi Inari, Shrine, Meiji Shrine, Sensogi, Temple, Arashiyama, Bamboo, Forest, walking around Shibuya, Harajuku, Akihabara. Entry fees for gardens and museums are often $3, $10. Even castles rarely exceed $10, $15. Compare that to Europe, where major attractions can cost $25, $40 per entry. Theme parks like Tokyo Disney, Universal Studios Japan cost around $60, $90, still cheaper than US parks. Japan's cultural sightseeing remains affordable. Part 7. The real daily budget in 2026. Let's make this practical. Budget traveler. Accommodation, $40. Food, $25. Transport, $10. Attractions, $10. Total, $85 per day. Mid-range traveler. Accommodation, 120. Food, $40. Transport, $15. Attractions and shopping, $25. Total, $200 per day. That's still lower than Paris, London, New York, Sydney. Japan gives developed world quality at mid-tier pricing. Final verdict. So, is Japan still cheap in 2026? Yes, but not in a careless way. It's affordable if you avoid peak travel seasons. You book flights smartly. You don't rely blindly on the Junior Pass. You control impulse shopping. Japan in 2026 remains one of the best value destinations in the developed world. It's clean, it's safe, it's organized, it's culturally rich. And compared to Western Europe or North America, your money still stretches further. The golden window may not be as dramatic as 2023, but Japan is far from expensive. It's strategically affordable. So what do you think? Is Japan still worth it in 2026? Are you planning a trip soon? Comment your expected budget below. I want to see what people are estimating. And if you want a full breakdown of the best cities in Japan, what to avoid as a first-time visitor, and how to build the perfect 10-day itinerary, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.